Guys, I gotta tell you, I am really digging this Mandalorian original series on Disney. Got a lot of cool stuff with it. Got a lot of action, reminiscent of all the Star Wars movies put together. They were able to pull off an original series and did good with it. Just when you thought that Disney was gonna screw this up, they made up for it by only putting out episode 9, of course, which I'm gonna do another video about episode 9 here in the next few days. Also making this original series. We're gonna break down each and every episode of season 1. So let's get going. Hey, if you dig in my channel, check out my channel. I'll have other videos and click the button notification. Well, let's get this started. By the way, spoiler alert! You better be ready for what I'm about to reveal. If you ain't seen The Mandalorian yet, be prepared for spoilers. We start this episode in a bar. No kidding, a bar. He enters one of the intergalactic bars, and you're thinking, okay, he's just digging around, looking around, checking things out. The bar, a bunch of them are giving him a hard time, especially this gentleman here on the right, who happens to be sitting down, and he pulls out those devices that show bounties. His picture matched this guy, so he knew right then, even though this guy previously tried to bribe him. No biggie, that's what I figured. Typical wanted fugitive that a bounty hunter's looking for, and he doesn't want people knowing that he's wanted for a crime. Well, the Mandalorian puts 2 and 2 together, takes this guy in. Now there's a scene where later on in the film comes across transportation via land speeder. The first one that comes up is a one ran by a bot. He didn't want that one. No, I don't blame him. In this day and age, bots can't be trusted. So he gets one with a human. Unfortunately, that vehicle, that land speeder, ends up being a pile of junk, but he does get to his ship. Judging by the ship, this is a ship that was seen during Attack of the Clones. During the Clone Wars, you saw this ship constantly. He picked the right ship, goes inside, puts his man inside. The man doesn't stop talking. He's looking around his stuff, finds a rack of weapons at one point, and then the Mandalorian had to do what needed to be done. Yep, you guessed it, folks. He had to carbon freeze him. I think he got tired of him running the Mandalorian and Carl Weathers' character. By the way, he is Grief Karga in The Mandalorian. He plays one of the heads of the guild. Anyway, it provides a vital clue for the entire setting of the show. When Grief gives him Imperial credits, the Mandalorian says the exact words. I don't know if you heard, but the Empire has fallen. My guess is the setting on this takes place events sometime after Star Wars Episode 6. If he's making references about the fallen Empire, that's the setting for this whole entire deal. Not only that, it's showing that times are tough. After the Empire is now gone, jobs are becoming scarce, and if there are jobs, they're not really paying worth a darn. Grief also informs Mandalorian there is a bigger bounty, but there's no puck. All the bounties come with pucks. This one didn't. This was something different. The Mandalorian takes him up on the offer, goes to check out this whole entire deal. He runs into a collective of people that are involved with the Empire, what's left of it anyway. But he runs into an individual that's got an offer that he cannot refuse. This gentleman tells him that he has to pick up a package and actually gives him a down payment. It's a piece of Imperial lead he's given to him as down payment, and the rest will be waiting for him as soon as he delivers the rest of the package. He proceeds down a corridor, which in result is an area for the Mandalorian. There's other Mandalorians that he's with that points out that he's part of a Mandalorian community. And by the way, this is the image of the gentleman who offered him the deal for this so-called package. You might see him one more time during this whole entire season here. The Mandalorian meets with the armorer, and she asks, has he received a insignia? He says no. She said he'll get it soon. I have to wait till later in the season to find out what she means. While she's sitting there working with the Imperial metal that he gave her, he started having flashbacks of his past, like images of being attacked in a village. It does reveal one part of his past. Later in the season, it will reveal the rest and how things played out in his past. He gets out his equipment, tracking devices, as he lands on Tatooine to reveal where he's going to end up going. He proceeds down a route. He has contact with 2 beasts on Tatooine when he runs into this individual. This individual is key for this entire season, is what more he has to learn, and a little bit of backstory involving this gentleman here. becomes his friend and ally and helps him any way he can. The Mandalorian has a disagreement with him over a blurg. He was insisting that he was going to give it to him for a reward. Actually, he has to use it to ride to the destination to receive the package, because it's a long journey to that location. He has a little trouble trying to ride a blurg. Then his friend has to tell him he has to learn. Of course, of typical nature, he initially tries to say that he can't do it. It's his friend who tries to tell him, look, you're a Mandalorian. You can learn anything. And he finally does. The Mandalorian and his friend ride the blurgs to the target destination, where they come across their next endeavor. Mandalorian looks up top and sees this heading toward a group of guarded mercenaries. The IG unit proceeds to march. He learns that the IG unit is also on the pursuit of the package. So apparently he wasn't alone in this hunt. The IG unit make quick work of the guards. Mandalorian getting frustrated because despite the fact he killed a lot of them, the few that retreated locked the doors. So that created a new dilemma. Apparently the Mandalorian learns that the IG unit is part of the guild and is also looking for the target, and subsequently enough, they have to form a bond. They agree to split the award if they get the package. More guards come out and they handle them both in single fashion. At one point they do get overwhelmed, but they do handle the situation. The Mandalorian sticks together with the IG unit as the IG unit's going postal on the guards, taking them down one by one as they proceed to the hard door that they have to go through. It seems this IG unit, seeing that they're heavily outnumbered, makes a notion about a self-destruction sequence. Mandalorian, in about 2 to 3 different times, makes it known that that's not necessary. Comes up with a form of plan to get out of this situation, where it seemed to all fail, and they brought in the Nectos brought in a giant gun to try to take them out. The Mandalorian had an idea. As the IG unit was taken down through bullets, Mandalorian took over the massive gun and started going postal on all the guards, taking all of them out with that giant gun. They do manage to blast the door open. There is one guard left. Mandalorian's able to take him out. As they proceed inside to find what they were looking for, they look for an egg-shaped object that's inside. That would happen to be their target. What they find inside is nothing short of shocking. He finds out that it's a baby Yoda. A vital clue that was given in this episode was the fact that the baby, which was a baby, was 50 years old. Later this season, as I explained, you'll learn why just the baby being 50 years old, there may be some differences here that people need to understand. Now the IG unit and the Mandalorian are having a disagreement on who, if the baby should be brought in alive or dead. As the IG unit tries to take a shot, the Mandalorian takes a shot at the IG unit, takes it down. Long story short, the Mandalorian has the package. He's willing to deliver it any way he can. Let me know what you think about this episode, folks. Like I said, if you haven't seen it yet, this is a spoiler, I'm telling you now. Get in the comment, share and like. Tell me what you think about this. Was this an interesting episode or what? Let me know.